Hello everyone, welcome again, welcome everyone, welcome to the HubSpot, another edition of Possible Outcome. I wanted to say the HubSpot and Possible Outcome. Basically, I got a bit what I call I fumbled a bit there. So welcome guys to the HubSpot, another edition of Possible Outcome. And again, my apologies. We're doing this early. We're doing this early. The aim is to what I call get this out. We're supposed to do this earlier on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I got stuck in traffic. Drex got stuck in traffic. My apologies, guys. Although Manj already told me he wouldn't be able to join. Temba, I didn't think Temba was joining as well. But hopefully we can get back to read them next week. This week has been what I call a bit tough. We keep saying that, but hopefully we can get back to what I call get back on track sooner than later. So guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And again, I'll be going over the results from the last possible outcome. So I did last possible outcome myself, but Temba and what I called Manj and Drake sent me their POs, and I have their POs entered. Now the results look a bit wonky. Is it because we weren't on one stream? Trying to figure out the POs, because then you could leverage on people's knowledge to probably pick your POs. But I do it a lot. But the results, not good. I think the lowest in terms of someone getting the lowest point I've ever seen in possible outcome that actually happened. It would called in this last PO. So guys, again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So what's happening today, we'll be going through the games for tomorrow and what I call it. So Saturday, you see this on Saturday. So we're going through the games for today, which is for Saturday and Sunday. Right, guys, please let me know if you see it early. Please let me know your comments. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you think the outcomes will be. Leave your POs in the comment section below. Okay, now I will go straight now to what I call the result for last week. Let me go here. Let me bring that up here, so hopefully you can see this. So here is the result for last week from a possible outcome perspective. Manj, Banks, Drex. I didn't get almost. I would have loved to see how almost did without us being actually on stream. I didn't get almost. So it's basically myself, Manj, Banks, and Drex, and myself, Tesh. So Leicester City, Chelsea, that was almost a clean sweep for everyone except Drex. I think they had 9 corner kicks. Drex went for 12. Brighton and Bournemouth was a clean sweep, and what they called an Arsenal Nottingham was one everyone was basically shocked about. But that one was really key though. Arsenal basically 3 people lost. That should be an easy one. What happened there is what they called Manch called Arsenal home clean. Omo could have easily said I think Arsenal, but I think everyone got to be too made it too complex in their mind, because Nottingham Forest were actually on good form, and no one probably knew what the outcome would be except Manch, that was confident in his own saying Arsenal would win. Banks was okay. You know what? Since Nottingham Forest, I'm thinking how Banks is thinking now. Since Nottingham Forest is on good form, Arsenal is good. You know, I think the best bet is if first 15 minutes draw, and I'll come back to that. And now Drex, on the other hand, basically, you know what? Let me go a bit safe though. I'll go with what they called it's a home or draw or BTS. You know what? To be fair, Drex should be getting a partial mark for that one. So Drex should be getting 35, not 0, because he actually said it's not an and, it's a common BTS. So Drex should be getting a partial 5 points. So Drex are upgrade Drex to a 35%. Got that one. And myself, I went with a BTS, and I went with a BTS and the first 15 minutes draw. Let me check this one. Something looks off with this one, because how is everyone feeling that? Let me check it. Something looks off with this one. Was I asleep when I marked this thing? I wasn't sleeping. Let me check. So, so yeah, so I went to what they called a BTS, yeah, and Nottingham Forest score and first 15 minutes draw. Now, if you look at that game though, that game, that's the funny part. That game, they scored, so mine should have actually gotten it. They scored on the 15th minute. So they scored on the 15th minute, and that's why Manch actually lost that. I would have lost mine either way because I already have an and it wasn't what they called a BTS for Aston and Nottingham Forest. Now, for Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, I basically also failed that one. I think I went with the first 15 minutes draw, and they actually scored. SAR scored on the 4th minute for that one, which I would say the first minutes draw thing is almost like a 50-50 nowadays. It was something I was sure in the past, but it's looking like it's not too sure anymore. Okay, now we move on and going to Everton Brentford. Everyone actually banged, actually failed that. I think that game ended 0-0. Even the most surest thing, which basically man should go to the most safest one, goal before 75th, that never entered. BTS and away never entered. Away to score never entered. And I went with the call with the first 15 minutes drawn down. I think that ended what they call 0-0. Now Fulham Wolves, I think Drex basically went for Wolves to win either half, but that didn't happen. I think, sorry, Fulham to win either half, but that didn't happen. I think Wolves. Let me see here. Fulham scored on the 20th minute. Then Wolves scored what they called on the 31st, right? So they drew actually the first half. So Fulham didn't win any half there. And Man City is one that basically everyone failed apart from what they call Tash, myself. And that time, everyone went with a home somehow. Drex also went with the BTS, which is weird though. That BTS, imagine the BTS, the odd for the BTS were very, very small. And Drex went with the BTS and still lost. And Man City at home. So mine went with the home or draw, didn't happen. What they called Banks went with a Man City, a BTS or home. Drex went with the BTS, which to me should be the surest thing, right? The BTS. A second. So Drex went with a BTS. Didn't happen. I went with a game total of 3+. And Tottenham had 4 goals in that game. So I actually got that one. Another one, basically, Ipswich Town and United. That's one you probably, you're thinking. But I think it was basically, if you look at it closely though, it's one that I think everyone jumped on it because we thought that they were going to be what they call there was going to be a new manager bounce. I know Sir GB actually pushed me to what they call to change my scoreline, but I think I stuck with an away or draw on this one. Banks went with an away, so basically straight win for United. Drex went with away and team total of 2+. That didn't work. I went with an away or draw, so basically I got the draw. And lastly, Newcastle. That one was really shocked everyone. Drex didn't give me PO for that one. So Drex had nothing. Banks basically went with home. Manj went with home. I went with a game total of what I call 3+, but still didn't what I call to get that. I think there were only 2 goals in that game. I believe West Ham won that game. About a 2-0 in that game. Okay. So these are the results. Now overall though, so we didn't have a predictor. So the predictor for what called for the week last week is between myself and Banks. So Manch, we got both got is 7%, and so it's basically it's no one because it's drawn between Manch and myself. And now top predictor, right? So meaning where you predict the best game, the what it calls. Let me rephrase that. In the best predicted game, I would say no one. No one basically, there's nothing that stands out that basically that's out of the ordinary. But I think, yeah, I think no one. Even when I look at the Man City Tottenham game total of 3 plus, I was banking for at least from 2-1. So I wouldn't give that as what they call the best predicted game for the week. So for me again, there's no best predicted game. I think banks have had that for what they call two what they call two 2 weeks. Almost had the last one. I'm thinking now, do we give it to Drex, where Drex says away team total of 2 plus, a way to win first half. I think we might give it to what they call Drex, but Brighton is on form, so it's tough though to give what they call the best predicted game for the week. So for now, there's none. Top predictor between manager and myself, 70 and best predicted game. Apparently for now, it's no one. It's always that intelligent prediction. Almost had it to add what they called a couple of times where he predicted a draw. Right. So now I would let me bring the game for this week. 1 second. For this week, okay, 1 second. The game for this week. Okay, let me go here. So I'll bring in the game for this week. So possible outcome for this week. So is this March day 12? No, it should be March day 13. Let me make this, should be March day 13. Yeah, so should be March day 13. So let me get here. So now this is possible outcome for March day 13. Guys who's going to, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your possible outcome, what you think will happen in this game. I'll probably run through this quickly because I'm I'm actually very, very tired. I'll try to run through this quickly. Okay. So let's go here for the and note we already have one game down. Brighton and Southampton already played that game and we'll call it a 1-1 draw. Both sides, so Brighton and Southampton won't be part of what we call these possible outcome. Mange already gave me his possible outcome. I'll read Mange's possible outcome. Drex already gave this possible outcome. I will read Drex's possible outcome. I'll give my possible outcome in this what we call in this right now. I'll give all right now. So let's go. The first game is what I call is a game between Brentford and Leicester. So in this game, what am I thinking here from a possible outcome perspective? Honestly, it's difficult to tell. On this one, let me go here and look at what they call their head-to-head. So when you look at their head-to-head, overall, right, it's Leicester. So Leicester have had 4 wins and what they call 2 draw, if I'm reading this correctly. Last 5 games is basically 3 wins and 2 draws. So, but in current form, Brentford is above Leicester in table. When I look at the table, see the table. What is the table? Brentford is in a better form. They've won the last 3 games, lost 1 and drawn what they call drawn 1. So Brentford, and Leicester basically they currently have in terrible form though. In terrible form, I'll probably say they've lost 3 and drawn what they called 1. So for this PO, I'll say I'll go with what they called a 2 goals in game for this one. Or two goals in game for this one, and with Drex went to what they called BTS and game total of 2 plus. So it's basically Jack is saying both teams to score and a game total of 2 plus. Now look what Mange is saying here. So his match is very cautious with the so Mange already gave us his Brighton and I have to give Manch what they called. I have to give Manch his point for this. He gave this before the game. He gave it yesterday. Manch's possible outcome for Brighton and Southampton was Brighton win or draw, and that game ended in a draw. So Manch basically has an extra 10 points out of everyone because no one gave a PO for that. Manch already gave his PO. Now for what they call for Brentford. Let me go. One second. Now for Brentford and Leicester, he's saying goal before 75th minute. So basically goal before 75th minute for Manch. So Manch, let me see. I'll deal with this later. So Manch is already 10 points ahead. 10% ahead, where we're basically coming from that. But Manch is saying for the Brentford and Leicester City, he's saying goal before 75 minutes. I got distracted in my apologies, so I'll go next straight on the next one. So I have Drex. Drex is saying here on his possible outcome. Drex is saying what they call Drex is saying his possible outcome for this one here is BTS and game total of 2+, and I'm saying my possible outcome for Brentford Leicester is what they call game total of 2+. Now I'll go with the next one straight. Next one here. Next one is the Crystal Palace Newcastle. Newcastle lost their last game to West Ham, I believe 2-0. Crystal Palace currently, let me see their form. Crystal Palace, see their form. So Crystal Palace stats. They've basically won 1-2. They've won 2, drawn 1, lost 1, and drawn 1. And Newcastle have won 3 and lost 2 in their last what they called 5. Now, so that's their last 5 games. Now look at their head-to-head. Newcastle has taken majority of that with 14 wins, 8 draws, and 5 wins for Crystal Palace. Their last 5 is in what they call 2 wins for Newcastle, 2 draws, and 1 win for Crystal Palace. So basically, Newcastle they're having the upper hand from a start, their previous head-to-head perspective. Now, based on current form, though, based on current form, I think both teams are actually almost fairly matched. And with Crystal Palace at home and West Ham, Newcastle losing their last match to West Ham, I'll probably go with what they call a BTS on this one. So both teams to score on this one. When I go with Drex is saying Newcastle. The OP gave me Newcastle. He did. 1 second. Leicester, Nottingham, Wolves, Chelsea. So Drexen gave me Newcastle. Drexen gave me Newcastle Crystal Palace. If he did, I'll let him know so he might give it to me later. Manch gave me what they call Manch gave me is Crystal Palace Newcastle, and Manch basically says a goal before 75th. So Drex here is Drex saying, let me go back to Drex again. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything for that. Yeah, Drexen gave me his Crystal Palace prediction. I'll message him if he gets me the prediction before the game starts, and I'll add that, and we can actually do the calculation based on that. Okay. So again, for me, I'm going with what I called a BTS on this one. So both teams to score. Manch is basically going with a goal before 75th, and I don't have that for Drex as well. And also let Manch know Banks. If Banks can send me his before what they call the game starts, I can certainly add that to the score as well. Okay, now the next one here is Forest and Ipswich Town. Forest basically lost their last game to Arsenal. Ipswich Town drew 1-1 to United. I was pretty impressed though. The shape and the discipline from the Ipswich team when they play United. Forest has been what they called on a kind of on a very good run on form. I think last week they were fifth. I'm not sure how far they've dropped this time. So with this one though, so Drex is saying the home team to win either half. So basically, Forest to win either half. And what is Manch saying here? Manch saying for Forest, he's saying goal before 75th. So he's saying goal for 75th for what they call for Forest, and Drex is saying what they called Forest to win what they call either half. Right. Sorry to correct. Mike is saying in the whole game, goal before 75th. It doesn't matter Ipswich or Forest. And Rex is saying what they called Forest to win either half. I think this will be a very, very good game. I think Forest won't probably bounce back from their what they call defeat to Arsenal. And Ipswich also will want to take that momentum they had played against United and how they can use that moving forward, at least to get points on the board. So I think this game, though, as in both teams will score for sure on this one. So I'm not sure who would win. I'll go with a what I call with a BTS on this one. I'll go with BTS on this one. Okay. Now if I go next, I'm moving too fast. Yeah. So I'm going next. So I have what I called here. I have the Wolves and Bournemouth. Wolves and Bournemouth. And let me see what happened with Wolves in what I called in their previous game. I think Wolves won their last game, if I'm not correct. Yeah, they won their last game because I know Cunha was what I call the player for last week. So if I look at that, they won their last game. They've won 2, they've drawn 2, they've lost 1 in their last 5. Bournemouth have lost what they call, I've won 2, I've drawn 1 and lost 2. Just basically, they're almost in line in terms of what they call form. When you look at their head-to-head, Wolves and Bournemouth is basically equal with both teams in the last 5. They've won what they call 2, and for Bournemouth 2 for Wolves, and they've drawn 1. So basically, they are almost matched teams. And this one is where I'll say probably you know what I would say what they call it's tough though. I would say it would be Wolves or draw. I'll say Wolves to win this one or the game ends what I called in a draw. And when I look at Drex, I'll go to Manch first. Now look at Manch. Manch is going with a goal before 75th minute. I look at Drex. Drex is basically going with what I called with a scored draw. If Drex gets this one, this would probably be what I call the predicted game for the week. So the hub predicted game for the week. So it's going with a score draw. And honestly, it looks like that will happen, either 1-1, 2-2, or whatever. But I'm just going what I call a draw or Wolves to actually win this one. Okay, now we're moving there. So the next one is basically Arsenal and West Ham. Arsenal being on fine form. West Ham basically coming from a good win against Newcastle. But I still think Arsenal is a strong and formidable side. How will this pan out? It's a very tough one though. West Ham can probably come and shock Arsenal because West Ham basically won Newcastle at Newcastle's home. That now they are at home. Can they do it? It's tough here. It's tough, honestly. Well, it's for this game, honestly, I'll go with what I call a BTS on this one. I'll go with a BTS on this one. Drex on Arsenal, and West Ham is going with Arsenal to win either half, right? And Manj on this one is basically saying, Arsenal to win or draw. So yeah, Mine said Arsenal to win or draw. Myself, I'm going with what I called a draw, a BTS, and Drex is going with what they called an Arsenal to win either half. Now we'll move to the next one. We have Chelsea and Aston Villa. Good game. I think Chelsea. Let me see. Chelsea won their last game. So Chelsea. So this game is the Sunday game. The Sunday game. Chelsea and Aston Villa. From a stats perspective, Chelsea has won 3 and drawn 2. So Chelsea is actually doing well. And Aston Villa, they've lost 3. They've drawn they've drawn 2. And so very, very poor form for Aston Villa. Now, in terms of what they call it, Chelsea have had way more wins than Aston Villa in total. When you're looking at their last 5, Chelsea has won just 1, drawn 2, and Aston Villa has won 2. So it's Aston Villa is taking the edge there when you're looking at they're actually edging Chelsea when you're looking at their last 5 games, right? So now what will be my PO for this? When Chelsea's at home, I think they will take the home advantage for sure, and I will go this one with a game total of 2+. So goal total of 2+ in this for this one. Now what Banks Mange already has. Mange is saying Chelsea win or draw, and Drex is going with a BTS draw. So both teams to score draw. So moving forward to to the next one, I'll probably come back to United and Everton. I'll go straight to Tottenham and Fulham. Whenever I say Tottenham to win or draw, I end up being like being slapped on the face. I'll go with this one here. I'll go with what I call a Tottenham or draw on this one. Drex is going here with a Tottenham team total of 2+ and corner kick of 11+. So Drex is going with what I call team total of 2+ and corner kick of 11+. Now I look at what I called Mange. Mange is basically going with a Tottenham win or draw, same as myself. So Mange is fairly confident. I think I am fairly confident Tottenham should win this one, but to make it safe, I'll go with a Tottenham win or draw. Now for Liverpool and Man City. Man City has been on terrible form with Pep cutting his face and his nose and his head. Honestly, this is a very tough one. So I'll go with Mange on this one. I'll keep my my possible outcome last on this one. So Mange is saying for Liverpool, is saying Liverpool win or draw. And this is whereby normally it's very difficult to say a Man City won't win a game, but Man just went with it. Liverpool win or draw. Liverpool is in very, very fine form. When I look at Drex on this one, the Drex is going with what they call a Liverpool or draw and a BTS. Right, so he's going with what they call against strong Liverpool or draw and BTS. For me, I'm just going with what they call a both teams to score on this one. Honestly, Man City can win this one. They can actually win this one. Liverpool can also win. So either team can actually win this one. So or this game can actually end in a draw. But I'll go safely. I'll go with what I call a BTS on this one. And lastly, so we've done the last one. I'll go back to what I called Manchester United and Everton. This one for me will be straightforward. I'll go with I'll go with Drex, and Drex is saying here home team total of 2+ for United. So basically United to score 2 goals. And when I look at Mange here, Mange is saying what I called a United win or draw. I think that will be my PO here to a United win or draw, and a team total of what they called 2+. So I believe we'll score 2 goals. So United win or draw and a team total of what they call 2+. So guys, those are the possible outcomes. Those are the possible outcomes. Let me know your possible outcome. Leave yours on the comment section below. I'll try to get the PO from Banks, so I can add ease to what I call the collection. But again, though, we'll try to get the same get back to reading, where we have everything on what I called live with everyone giving their possible outcome and interacting what I called with the comment section. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's Tesh here. So this video, I'm actually doing a pre-recorded of this video, and this will go up probably 6 a.m. in the morning before the game starts. Guys, please share, like, let me know your thoughts quickly. I know it's basically a short time before the game starts. Don't forget to what I call leave your comments. Let me know what you think. What's your possible outcome here? If I'm to go with so if looking at the game now, let me focus on this game a bit, but before I round up United and Everton. Amaron Drew is first match. you could probably see I love the fact that he's going with his style. So regardless, right? And also to make it positive to that, your style, you implemented your style ASAP and you drew. I know the players didn't play well, but you drew. We played today against Bodo. Yesterday, probably it's not yesterday already. We played yesterday against Bodo. He still played his style. We won 3-2. So I think he will continue to what they call that style will be continue to evolve. And I think the team gradually, he'll probably start getting a feeling of what his first 11 looks like. What the lineup will be tomorrow, I can probably get once I can guarantee Nana will be in goal. Some players that didn't play will play. I believe Ahmad will start. I believe we might see Kobe. I'm not sure if Ugarte will play, but we'll see. I'm not sure if we'll see Ganache, but I think we'll see Mason Mount. Bruno played what they call deeper. So I'm not sure if we'll see. We will see Bruno, but I think also we'll see Rashford in that game. And Malacia, I don't think we'll see Malacia for sure. We'll see Mazari. I don't care where he plays, but we'll see him. We might see Dalot, and probably I'm not sure if we'll see Delete again, but he's basically rotating the squad. So I can't even tell you where this guys. I know the defenders where they will play, but outside that, he's trying to rotate the squad and figure out what's the right position for this player. So honestly, if you want to pick a first 11 for Amaron, it's like actually throwing a dice right now. But what do I expect from us though? I expect us to continue building on the style Amaron wants to play, and also I expect us to to win tomorrow. I expect us to win tomorrow. Honestly, I think we should win in that game tomorrow. So guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone on the key takeaways after the game. No, before then, I actually will see everyone on the watch along. So I'll be doing the watch along between United and Everton, and also I'll be doing the watch along between Tottenham and Fulham, as I believe both games are around the same time, United. So I'll probably do both watch alongs. I'll see everyone there. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay safe.